Hello everybody, my name is Spicy and welcome back to my channel. Today we're on Officer Hoyt's account. We're going to be taking over his Sand Devil and Hydra in this video, and then in the next video we're going to be doing Arena, because I believe there's going to be a lot of fun stuff to do with his Arena. We have Fronley, we have Shuzhen, Siffy, just some really fun champions that I'm pretty excited to work with. But before then, we have to, well, like I said, take down the Sand Devil and take down the Hydra. So I believe we're looking for 1 to 2 Hydra teams, as there isn't all that many champs to work with, but we'll just have to see how it works out. So when it comes to Sand Devil, it's really just going to be the basic Godseeker plus whoever. I think this time, I mean, where is the clan boss? Oh, that's not good. Siffy is a PvP champion, and she's in the clan boss. So I don't really know what we're gonna do about that. There is a Demitha, and if I had to guess, somewhere laying around here, there has to be a man-eater. I mean, I don't see an account with this many void shards pulled and not having a man-eater laying around. If not, that's just really unlucky, and I mean, that happens. Yeah, looking like just very unlucky, and hopefully we can take her out of here without it being too much of an issue. Her being faster, I would think, would help out the team, if anything, but maybe it's in a tune. I don't know. But yeah, so this team is just going to be Godseeker and Newt. So I'm going to go ahead and build this out. Let's go Sand Devil. I'm gonna build this one out, guys, and we're gonna go ahead and run it. Now, I'm not gonna run it all the way up. I'll leave that for him to do, but I'm gonna make sure I have the proper stats and just making sure it works well. So be right back as soon as we get this set up. Alright guys, after much trial and error, hours of trial and error, we finally have a team. Now I know this isn't 25, this isn't 24, but it is in getting the high potions, which he was not doing, and it's 100% consistency. And the only issue, the only reason we're not up into the 25, 24, even 23 area is just that Godseeker's survivability stats are not there to make it work. But this is the team. Let's go ahead and show you guys the builds. So Godseeker, as you can see, there's a perception set, so automatically kind of throws things off. In regen and perception, we have her at 62k HP, 4.1k defense, 262 speed. So looking pretty good. She does have a 5-star miracle heal, which is absolutely amazing, and one of the things that really carries her. From there, we're just going down into getting some extra HP, because getting HP on her is not too easy when you're doing this. It's just kind of how the stats roll out, and yeah. Also, okay, something I should quickly mention is that even though so her HP doesn't exactly need to be any higher than it is. As I was watching the runs, it was getting really close to dying. I was looking at my Godseeker real quick, and I was like, hey, these are like the exact same stats as mine. Then again, I am running Tomb Drain, which keeps the team healthy by resetting HPs, basically. So I'll probably push it just a couple more and come back to you guys, but let me go ahead and show you the builds again. So there's her masteries. Now let's move on over to Newt. Newt is in double perception. He's at 44.6k HP, 4.4k defense, 251 speed, 100%. Oh my goodness, 100% crit rate, 258% crit damage, and 384 accuracy. He is fully booked with Brimstone. This is going down into Flawless Execution. Now, usually I would never do this, but since he's being used here, he cannot have War Master or Giant Slayer, because he can't be having those extra hits that throws off the healing cycle. So he has to go down into Flawless Execution, but it's still okay. His build is great, and there's no complaints there. So I'm actually going to rerun this, see if I can get through get through 20 because I tried a couple times and it didn't work out. But looking at the stats of my Godseeker, I think we might be able to at least get to 23. So give me just a minute, and hopefully this page will then go down to 23. Alright guys, I think we've kind of hit our maximum here. This just isn't working. Newt keeps dying, and that ruins the run. We just die. So I think we got to 21 on a farm, which is not bad. I mean, it's further than 19. It means we're getting 2 to 3, 5 to 6, and 22 to 28 instead of 2 to 3, 4 to 5, and 17 to 22. We'll take it. And it was a very consistent run, so that is very nice. So now it is time to head on over and take a look at the Hydra. So looking at the Hydra, we have a lot of options. Now I don't believe that we're gonna do Nightmare. I think Brutal is kind of where we're hoping to get. So let's go ahead and clear this and take a look at things. So we have Duchess, which is going to be a no-brainer option. And then we also have two Tuhana Rocks, which means bringing in a Tuhana Rock is going to be a great choice. From there, we have a Mishinaki, which is one of the best DPS in the game for Hydra. And now we do need maybe a Provoke. Could definitely use a Husk for some extra damage and the Provoke. I think Lydia... Oh, no Lydia yet. Okay. So, Lydia would bring a lot. Without a Lydia, we... who do we really have for decreased defense and weaken? Do we have anybody for both of those? Probably not. Okay, so thinking about it, we need to have something to help us do damage, because right now we're not going to do all that much damage. You know, actually, if we move this around, we put a Shamel in the back. We put Mishinaki up front. And then Newt for some more damage. Mithrala to help keep us alive. Then a Siphi for some more protection. And Wukong could do a lot of work. It might be Wukong that we bring in here. We don't have any decreased defense though. Well, actually, yes we do. What am I talking about? We do have decreased defense, I believe. Let me double check, guys. I believe he has decreased defense. Yeah, he has decreased defense. So we should be doing just fine with this team. This team, I believe, has some very high potential. Here, let's go ahead and put in Brutal. I believe it'll do Brutal. It could possibly do a Nightmare, but we're going to call it Brutal for now. And then we have, well, Duchess left over. We have a Shu Zhen left over, which, not that she is the absolute best option, but we do have a Trunda. So we could bring in Trunda and Shu Zhen, just kind of to help each other go back to back, do extra damage. Again, the decreased defense and weaken is kind of a problem without a Zavia. He doesn't do it. But we do have a second to Hanarak, so we'll bring her in. And then we can bring in Shujin. She's going to be just useful to help us with our speeds and to make sure that Trunda's taking more and more turns. Now we need at least 1 or 2 more DPS. A backup decreased defense. Well, backup block buffs isn't a bad idea. Sometimes 200 can get a little unreliable. So now let's just call this hard and normal. And yeah. So I'm pretty happy with how these teams are looking. Now it's just going to be up to me going and building each of these teams, running them, and getting hopefully a pretty solid idea of what they're capable of. So I'm going to go ahead and build out this Brutal team, guys, and as soon as I'm done, I'll come back and show you guys the team. Alright guys, so I've gone ahead and built everybody, so let's go ahead and show you the team. First, we have Mishinaki in a Provoke and Perception set. He's at 40k HP, 4.2k defense, 203 speed, 100% crit rate, 235% crit damage, and 320 accuracy. He is fully booked, he has Cruelty, and he is going down into War Master and Master Hexer, as you usually want on somebody like him. Next up is New. We've already shown him, so let's go ahead and just speed through his build a little bit here. Nothing different, it's the exact same as there isn't multiple newts. Now, next is Siffy. I have her in 3 protection and then 2 perception. 67k HP, 3.8k defense, 315 speed, and 228 resistance. Now, there isn't that many speed pieces on the account. Arbiter has most of them, and we wouldn't leave Arbiter alone because Arbiter doesn't have many defensive stats. So, this is just her, and what we could get her. Fully booked, has polymorph, is going down, timely intervention, counterattack masteries, as you want on a Siffy. Next is Mithrala. Mithrala is in Immortal and Perception. We really just wanted stats. We got 56k HP, 4.8k defense, 250 speed, and 403 accuracy. Is fully booked as War Master and Master Hexer. Next is somebody I didn't touch the build of because the build was actually pretty solid, is Wukong. He's in crit damage into Perception. 4.8k attack, 211 speed, 100% crit rate, 270 crit damage, and 415 accuracy. Now, he isn't in Savage and things because, well, this account doesn't really have any Savage. So, we have him as is in these sets. He also does have the inherent defense ignore, so it's okay. And then he's just going down into Helm Smasher with Master Hexer and a little bit of extra accuracy in the Masteries. And last in the team is going to be Inquisitor Shamel. Shamel is just built in Protection and Perception. At 43k HP, 3.7k attack, 2.5k defense, 167 speed, 100% crit rate, 270 crit damage, and 462 resistance. He has Cruelty and is going down. I don't understand the counterattack masteries, but he has War Master, and that's really all that matters. I think the biggest change we can make is probably just replacing this and try to get something, something with the resist on a banner. And then we could really improve the build by putting HP percent or defense percent, and then with a little crit rate, just to get his survivability back, because right now he is very squishy. So that should help a little bit. A little review of the stats after those couple changes, and I think we're looking solid. So let's go ahead and run this team, guys, and I'll be back as soon as I get a 1 key. Shouldn't be too much of a problem. It'll probably take a try or two, but that's perfectly fine. And yeah, see y'all as soon as that's done. So this team is insanely safe. Very, very easy 1 key. If I had to guess, this could do Nightmare, possibly now, but it is definitely easy 1 key territory. Definitely a team that will go to Nightmare, but for now, we take this key in Brutal, knowing that we'll definitely move into Nightmare before long at all. Now, going into Hard, we can go ahead and try to build out this team. So, as with the last one, I'm going to build it, and then we're going to move in into just trying to get the 1 key, trying to see what damage we can do. Be right back. So we have the team built. Let's go ahead and take a look at these builds. So, keep in mind that some of these are partially arena builds because, well, then we got to use the same champions. First, we have Duchess. She is in 3-piece protection, 4-piece stun skin. She's at 61k HP, which is pretty low. Wish it was about 100k, but it is what it is. I mean, she's at 4.5k defense, 255 speed, and 500 resistance. This is the reason why her HP is so low, because she has this really high resistance chest plate. Now, I would like to get her into an HP chestplate just because it would be really helpful. Let's double check and make sure there isn't one. Protection, even equipped, this is the best one. So that really just isn't going to happen. But besides that, she's fully booked, has polymorph, and is going down into timely intervention. Yeah. Now we have our Trunda. Trunda is in speed and protection. She is at 6k attack, 187 speed, 102% crit rate, 245% crit damage. Not booked at all. Is going down into Helm Smasher and Counterattack Masteries. I know that we're using Shujin, so we could go with 70% crit rate, but I just like to have her built a full crit rate so that we can get just like full capabilities of her everywhere. Next is our Shujin. Shujin is in protection, speed, and perception. She is at 48k HP, 4k defense, 298 speed, and 350 accuracy. Fully booked, has intimidating presence, is going down into Eagle Eye. Next is our Tuhanarak. This one. In perception and righteous. Let's go ahead and swap her over to Brimstone real quick. Protection and righteous, 67k HP, 3.8k defense, 243 speed, 485 accuracy, fully booked, has Brimstone, as I just changed. Lasting gifts, Master Hexer and War Master. Now we have our Ugo. Ugo is in a cruel set just because that was where we could get stats, 60k HP, 3.5k defense, 239 speed, and 351 accuracy. Has Miracle Hill, fully booked, is going down, Sniper, Master Hexer, War Master. And finally, we have our Husk. Husk is in Immortal, Perception, and Crit Damage. 50k HP, 2.6k attack, 2.3k defense, 109 speed, 100% crit rate, 235% crit damage, and 360 accuracy. Fully booked, has Cruelty. It's going down into War Master, has Spirit Haste, because we just wanted that extra accuracy above Spirit Haste. I'm going to go ahead and run this, see what kind of damage it can do, and be back as soon as we're done, guys. Alright guys, so it's not been the cleanest run ever, and clearly it's not the average Trunda team. We're not pumping out completely ungodly amounts of damage, but we're not doing bad damage by any means. 60 turns in, it's clean. That's the nice thing about it. Well, I said it wasn't the cleanest, but we're not facing any like catastrophic things happening. Trunda gets eaten, we Shujin into our Husk, and then just run right back into it. Anybody else gets eaten, see, Shujin, instant turn, big damage out. It's nice, it's really fun team, and I'm very happy with it. So, guys, this is going to conclude this half of the takeover. We went ahead, got our we got our Sand Devil done. We got our Hydra done. Two very solid teams overall. And I have no complaints. So if you guys learned anything from this video, if you enjoyed this video, if you like my content in general, I do ask that you hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. Consider joining the Discord through the link in the description. Absolutely amazing community and just very helpful people. We also have a Watcher of Realm section, and it's just very fun in there, and I hope you guys will join and have some fun with us. But besides that, thank y'all again. I'll see you on the next one. Peace out.